What is up, everybody? TriforceCaboose here. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. If you can hear my voice right now, then you have stumbled into another episode of Go Figure. This is my part of the internet where I am your host, and I take you through all things action figures, statues, bust, or anything of the sort, but I won't run my mouth too long. If you want to catch me on any other part of the internet, all the links to my socials are down below. But without me running my mouth, let's get right into today's video. But I hope to see you around, hope you're doing well, and look forward to chatting with you soon. Be safe and be good people, my friends. What is up, guys? TriforceCaboose here. Hope everybody is doing well today. Nice little light effect there on the package. Can we get like a funky, fresh remix of that light going across? But guys, what's up? It's TriforceCaboose. Hope everybody's doing well today, and welcome to another episode of Go Figure. And today I am I'm probably actually stupid excited for this review. Today I am looking at the Marvel Legends retro carded Spider-Man Webman figure, and I am irrationally excited for this. I remember seeing this back earlier this year in April when it was announced, and when I first saw people talking about it, I thought it was an April Fool's joke, and I didn't think it was something that was actually going to come out. But right afterwards, pre-orders went up, and I think I pre-ordered this on like the 4th of April this year, and it just got in, and I'm beyond excited. I've been waiting to get home. We were busy today. I'm waiting to get home so I can get a review filmed. There we go. And get up over to you guys. And again, shout outs to GCX for all the editing. He's done a great job turning this around real quick, because I may have said, GCX, pretty please, can we get this up as fast as possible? But that being said, shout outs to GCX. And then yeah, guys, I am very excited. We are looking at Webman today. Webman is a one-off kind of Spider-Man villain. He was made by Dr. Doom using a cloning machine, I believe it was. Or twin machines, what it was. And he's basically Peter Parker and Spider-Man, but opposite. So not only does he have an inverted color scheme, he's also the anti-Peter Parker, so he's kind of dumb. But yeah, he was in like 1 or 2 issues. He wasn't very long standing, which is why I'm very excited to see us have this. He is on the retro card, and I am very excited that we got the full like 3 sets of hands for this figure, which I'm just very happy about. I didn't expect. Honestly, I feel like this is taken more as a gag figure, so I'm really happy to see it getting a full treatment. I do believe we are using the Sunfire body mold, which I thought we would be using a just recolored version of the last vintage or retro Spider-Man we got, but I actually really like the Sunfire body mold, so I'm interested to see how it works in comparison, how it feels for a Spider-Man figure. Through the window box, everything looks good. I do have a small paint blemish on my right knee, it looks like, so I have to see if I can actually like get that off or what we're looking at there. But yeah, I don't want to take any more time. Let's go ahead and get this guy off of the stand, take a look at his packaging, and see how things are looking for him. Also, sorry guys, I didn't realize how dark it might have been in that opening shot. I had to kind of rearrange my lighting a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out the permanent setup for my figure review station in my office, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, here we do have the Marvel Comics. This is the retro card Spider-Man. Nice image of Webman name there. Like I say, you see all the sets of hands. Just a wonderful, wonderful saturated color scheme. I really love how much the like colors pop on this guy. I'm interested to see if there are any paint blemishes or kind of like abnormalities or anything like that. Got your choking hazard warning. There's not really a top or bottom on these. You see your little Marvel Legends insert thing there for all the other little stuff. I believe all the legal stuff's here on the bottom, on the back. Here is your Webman read up. I'll leave it here in case you guys want to pause it and read that. I hope it comes out clear because it looks super blurry on my camera for some reason. Let me make sure it's focused. Yeah, it is. I don't know. Here you do see the old school kind of like mock-up there of the figure, showing you can switch out the hands. Same picture of Webman here. Name up here, Marvel logo here, Spider-Man logo there. Bing, bang, boom. That's enough. I want to tear this boy out of the packaging. There's no saving this packaging. I'm going to shred through this like Wolverine shredding through literally anything. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. And here we have Webman out of the packaging and in all of his glory. And might I say, this is probably one of my favorite figure releases for the year. I get that it's just a Sunfire body mold and it's repainted for the most part. And that's it. It is kind of just retooled slightly for a Spider-Man build. But I honestly, maybe it's the obnoxiously saturated colors because I am such a fan of bright colors when it comes to superhero and supervillain attires. But I just cannot stop playing around with this figure and posing it. I honestly don't have anything to say bad about it. I am just very, very happy with it. There are a couple of minor paint blotches that I'll go over here in a minute when we go through and look at him a little closer. But there you see him with all his figure, all his figureness. Oh yes, there he is, and all his figureeness. But I will go ahead for a second and show him off in different poses with all of the hands. We'll go a little bit in on it and show that, and then we'll take a look at him here a little bit closer. So guys, I realized I said I would pose him with all of his hands and everything, but I kind of showed you guys his fisted hands in the packaging and then a web slinging and an open palm hand in the little intro. So I kind of ran out of ideas for stuff. So to show him with a fist and open palm hand, I decided to pose him with the Marvel Legends. Oh, bumped my camera. I decided to pose him with the Marvel Legends movie Venom and make it look like they're about to drop the hottest rap album of the year. But yeah, guys, going into his accessories, we will go over the other hands and everything. You do have the other fisted hand, also with the fisted hand that is attached. I don't have any paint blemishes or anything like that. Just very, very well painted. You do have both sets of the web slinging hands. None of the fingers were bent. Again, no paint blemishes or anything like that. And then you do have the kind of open palmed wall crawler hands. And again, no real bent fingers. Nothing that required heat to fix. All the lines are straight. All the lines are constant. None of them are broken up or anything. And yeah, I really like it. And now let's start talking about the boy here. One thing I did notice, I believe they're using the Spider UK head, which if I remember right, the Spider UK, I don't actually have that figure, but I think he had a bulkier body than this mold. So it looks, in some angles, it looks like this head might be a smidge too large. It's not like a big deal or anything, but I just feel in certain like angles and things like that, the head looks like it was made for a slightly bulkier body. But again, it's only very, very specific angles and things like that. I will show, I do have a paint smudge here, as well as one right there on the knee. But other than that, looking at this figure, I've kind of gone over it and everything in detail. I don't see where any of their, or excuse me, I don't see where there's any like break in the red, or, oh Lord, can I talk today? Let's try this again. Looking over this figure, I don't see where there's a break in any of the webbing pattern. I know sometimes with Spider-Man, everything goes, sometimes things will, oh my gosh, Webman got me talking backwards. I know with some Spider-Man figures, the actual netting of the web will have inconsistencies or broken lines. There we go, now I'm doing it. And I don't see any of that with this. I don't see any smudging along the figure itself. Do have another little paint scuff here and here, but it's all very minuscule. Everything just looks really, really good. I like the articulation on this body for a Webman or Spider-Man mold. Can even do like the Jean-Claude Van Damme. Do the old Van Damme splits as well. Not quite a, well, maybe actually. Yeah, he gets a good split there. I just really like the range of movement on this figure. I was thinking maybe this would look better with pinless joints because, and I think it would, like if this was just solid red and then this one had the solid blue, because the blue does stick out a little bit here, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It's not the biggest deal. If it got to be such a big deal, my shoulder's a little tight. If it got to be such a big deal, I could technically just paint over the side with red, but I don't really think it bothers me as much. I know some people were complaining about that online. I don't think it bothers me a ton. If it ever did, we'd just paint over it. So yeah, let's go ahead and let me adjust my camera here and we'll talk about Homeboy's articulation. So starting off, let's pop the head off. You do have the hinge here with the ball joint, so you're gonna get a lot of range of motion. My ball joint was pretty stiff, but after working with it a little bit, you'll get him all the way up, all the way down. Do you get any pile driver movement? Not really. Full 360. You do have the butterfly joint, so you can get him swinging his arm that far back and that far forward. The actual shoulder joint itself will come out that far. Full 360. 360 at the bicep. Good double jointed elbows. Wrist will go, all the wrists will go all the way around. Hinge up, hinge down. With the ab crunch, you will get him going that far back, that far forward. 360 at the waist. I know we kind of talked about him doing the splits. Can't kick out that far. Back that far. 360 at the thigh, double jointed knees. 360, it's not really a boot, but it's boot rotation, but like at the little top of the little Spidey part of the suit. Yeah, because Spider-Man wears like a onesie, so this isn't technically, either way. He's Webman, he might have a boot. Go down that far, up that far, and then, if I can get his foot down, yeah, there we go, full ankle pivot. So yeah, the articulation with this figure works out really well for like Spider-Man-like poses. In between my shots and everything, my takes for this video, I have just been doing a lot of posing this figure around. I cannot tell you guys enough how much I really freaking like this figure. I just adore him. I don't know what else to say. I love him. When I was looking for things to compare him to, like size and scale wise, I realized I don't actually have that many Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures. Like I said, I got out of Marvel Legend collecting for a while, but here he is next to the negative suit retro carded Spidey, the second suit of the newer Spider-Man 2099 suit, and the Marvel Legends movie Venom, just to kind of give you an idea of how he'll scale in. And as for his actual height, he'll come in right at the 6-inch mark and between 15 and 16 centimeters. So now let's get all of these not web men out of the figure, or out of the frame, so this way our boy can have his moment. This wasn't a point I planned on covering, but just looking at him as I'm setting up to do like the final shots, I just really do, like, I know I said it can look a little big, but I really do like this head sculpt. I like the thick borders around the eyes and just the way that it looks whenever it's posed around. I just really like it. I know, like, I've seen some people talk about it being big, and I said in certain angles it can be big, but the more I pose it around, the more I'm just really fond of this. Oh, I just like the head sculpt. That's all I came in to say. That's all I came to say. As I was going through filming and finishing up my filming, I did notice I do have a pretty big blue paint splot there, and also moving this joint around is causing very light paint chewing on this side. It's not really as bad on the left side. Move it around a little bit. Yeah, but the right side has a little bit of paint chewing up top, and then I didn't notice. I was so hyped to get this in hand, I didn't even notice there's a big blue, like, third nipple on his back. But it's not that bad. Also, there's peg holes on the back and in the feet. I don't think I said that. You didn't need me to say that. Do a backflip. Even if you landed on your face, I'm proud of you. Now wave goodbye, or hi, or whatever you want to wave. Wave to the people. Let the camera focus on you, now wave. So yeah guys, in closing here, I gave Webman giving Venom an old knuckle sandwich. But yeah, in closing, I really adore this figure. I'm really happy that it went ahead and came in. I've been so excited since early April to get it in. I'm happy it came in. For the longest time, they had my shipping date as shipping and arriving in early October, so I'm glad it went ahead and came in today. But yeah, overall, I don't have anything bad to say about this figure. Literally the only nitpick I can give, aside from the very few minor paint smudges, is in certain angles the head looks slightly too big. That's it. There's nothing else. That, and if you want to get real nitpicky, the blue pins on the inside of the elbow, but I can't say anything bad about this figure. I picked it up for $20 for pre-order. I don't know when it'll be restocked. I kind of looked around a little bit before filming this review, and it looks like it was ranging in that $40-ish range on the low side on like resale markets and everything like that, like eBay, Mercari, and things like that. I honestly, retail right on up through, it's hard to put a price on figures sometimes, because I really like this figure. Would I pay $45 or $50 to get this into my collection if I didn't have it? That's hard to say, because I really do like it. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it is more of just a repaint for an interesting, obscure character. Now, I absolutely adore obscure characters getting figures, so I might be a little biased when I say that. But overall, I love it. You guys are able to make that decision on your own. For me, this is an immaculate figure. It checks all the boxes. Loud, saturated color, obscure figure, fun to pose around, just looks good in a collection, has a great body mold that has a lot of posability and articulation. It just hits all the boxes. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to give you guys my take on it and my thoughts so that perhaps I could help in your purchase making process. But with that being said, guys, I want to take a second to tell you I appreciate and I thank you for taking time to stop by and watch the video today, coming through and hanging out with me during Go Figure. You can find all my other spots around the internet to hang out with me all down below. But if you don't take anything away from today's video, remember, you are loved. And if nobody's told you this recently, I want you to know I am proud of you. Take a second to be proud of yourself. Remember, you are an amazing person, and don't be your own worst critic today. Take a second to appreciate yourself. Appreciate that even if you're going through a happy time, glad time, sad time, bad time, whatever it is, you are still wonderful. You still have worth, and you are still loved. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I hope whenever it is you see this, that you're having an amazing week, and nothing but good vibes and good things may come to you. That is my wish. But until we meet up on the tracks for our next crazy, wacky, and wild figure review, as always, the pleasure is all mine. And I will catch you guys around when we keep on collecting and keep on reviewing. But until then, this caboose is loose and leaving the station. Be safe and be good people, my friends, and I love you.